Hello everyone, I am Tacit, and today we're going to be doing Gems of War Campaign 11, Week 6, Day 2. So as you probably saw in the title, this will be our last stream for a little while, not a long time, probably just a couple days. I'm going to be heading over to the service provider actually tomorrow, and hopefully within the next couple of days, we can end up getting this situated. I was expecting it to already be situated by now, but of course from the hurricane, connection has not been the same since, and I have checked everything on my end, and I cannot find a single thing that is wrong. Luckily, it does seem to be lagging a little bit less right now, so that's good. We're getting there. But let me know how it is. But it is definitely still dropping a lot of frames and going in and out. But I don't know, it's been an issue since Friday. Well, technically since Saturday, but you know, since Friday was down. So technically since Friday. But yeah, it's like slightly improving, but based on the stream we did earlier, it's definitely not improving much. Like, we literally had to stop that stream because it was just too unbearably bad. Like, it was like at least like we were going for like 2 hours, and by the end of the stream, it was like 15 minutes behind while still stuttering. It was kind of crazy. But anyways, we're still going to do all of our normal stuff that we would normally do today. So, of course, today we have ourselves the Werewoods faction event. Covered a bunch of teams for that in the teams video earlier. Also, keep in mind, we'll still be covering all the videos and maybe even get a couple guides out. Even though we won't be streaming, we'll still be doing other stuff. Like, of course, we got the new Mythic on Friday. Cover a mid-video for that. We have the faction as well. We'll cover a video on that. And technically, we already have the teams good to go since we covered in the other teams video. But anyways, speaking of teams, this is what we're going to be going with. Just a pretty standard Rowan. A couple different things we could do, but nice, standard, easy to use, good to go Rowan build. Shall be our option. But before we do that, let's go take top 3 in dungeon. Oh, first perfect dungeon. Oh, come on. Which one, guys? 4, 5, or 6? You know I want to click 4. Everyone tell me which one. Let me go read all the hellos. Hello, Tyrion. Which one shall we do? We're so close. I'm doing 4. I'm probably gonna do 4. Anyways, hello, Tyrion. Hello, Genki. Hello, Henry. Hello, Roman. Hello, hello, Henry. Hello, Bill. Hello, Lester. Hello, Ricardo. Hello, Daddy Shark. Hello, Sushi Ninja. Hello, Mani. Hello, Isabel. Hello, who am I hello to? Hello, Henry. Hello, everyone else. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see. I'm seeing a lot of 4s. I'm seeing a lot of 5s. Let's see. I see a 6 in there. It looks about even on 4 or 5. Okay, slightly more 5s. You don't know how badly I just want to click 4, though. I'm gonna click 4, but then everyone who said 5 can say that you are right. I so badly want to hit 4, though. It's gonna be a trap. It has to be 5. Because I want to click 4, so it's a 100% chance it's a trap. Which means it's 5. But then what if 5 isn't it? It could be 6. I'm clicking 4. We've stuck with the 1, 2, 3, 4 method this entire time, and we're not gonna give up on it now. Also, gosh, my eyes are burning all of a sudden. 1 second. Ah, gosh, when did I do that? Also, we got a bird. Thank you, Isabel. Okay, we're doing this one. No, you were right. It was 5. No, you were wrong. It was 6. We were all wrong except, wait, who was the one who said 6? There was one person. Lester. I think Lester was the only person in the entire chat who was right. So Lester wins today. Congrats, Lester. But we were all wrong. I was going to go for more people in chat said 5. And I think Lester was the only 6. Oh, we lost. So close. We got so close. Not quite yet, though. Eventually. We will eventually get our perfect dungeon. Hopefully it doesn't happen off stream. Like, I literally need to record it when it happens. Honestly, that's an idea. Even though I'm probably not going to be streaming the next day or few days, I'm going to record every dungeon. Not to post every dungeon, but just in case we get our first perfect off stream, I have to record it. Just for proof that we finally did it after all this time. Well, obviously it'll be proof if we have a weird number of Dragonite, but still. But that definitely needs to happen. Because I can upload fine. The biggest issue right now is, for whatever reason, my upload speed is absurdly slow. Like, almost single-digit slow. Which, is not that functional for a stream. Like, it is really, really ridiculously slow. And that's one of the main things that you need to be not slow to actually stream. Like, I can still upload a video and, you know, it'll come out fine. It'll just take longer to upload. But it affects streams quite immensely, since if it doesn't get enough data quickly enough, it, you know, makes it buffer and lag and delay itself. Like, even right now, YouTube is saying, error, YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. What's the rest of it say? As such, the viewers will experience buffering. I know, but it's not getting better. And nothing I've done has fixed it, because it's almost guaranteed the service provider. So hello, Jason. Welcome, welcome. So hello, Andrew, as well. Welcome. Anyways, let's go get our guaranteed Dragonite, since we're not getting it through any other means. Might as well grab it there. Oh yeah, how are we doing on Dragonite these days? We are at 190. Still a little ways away, though we did just craft a blue dragon egg the other day. We're probably crafting the weapon next. Anyway, since we're already doing side things, let's go do the, let's go do adventure board real quick. By adventure board, I mean go claim these gems. Because there's almost nothing else to go do on adventure board right now, unfortunately. The other two loots aren't that good, but a little handful of gems always gets us a little bit further. Got our enchant there, throw that down, good to go. And of course, we had the backup black manacle there as well if we end up needing it. And then we'll go mess with the faction event then. And at the end, we'll probably throw a few ward events. Oh, also, they fixed the ward event. I'm not sure if you guys noticed that earlier. But, yeah, it was really strange because earlier, the ward event was set up to be guild-wide, which that would have been cool if that was a permanent change. But apparently, that is on the long list of things that wasn't supposed to happen that happened. And it has been reverted back. Did they actually make a post on the forum? Because I didn't actually check. Because I saw it in-game, but I didn't think to, like, check the forum. But, yeah, the leaderboard is now based, once again, on per person rather than per guild, which is the way it's always been. But for whatever reason, earlier on Monday, it was per guild, which, it kind of made sense why they did that. Because you know how much loot would go out extra if 30 people... like, if you thought, like, a 5-way tie for first place was bad for resources, imagine 30 people all getting it. But, yeah, they have tweaked it back to be per person, which is kind of unfortunate. Would have been a lot more loot otherwise. That definitely would have incentivized going for it and working as a guild a bit more, rather than just one person carrying and getting the loot for themselves. Though it is still fairer having it this way, if nothing else, since everyone gets paid out based on their contribution, rather than which overall guilds contribute the most. But still, it would have been a cool change, but apparently it was a glitch of some kind that was not intended, as is, like, everything. No, anyways, let's go and mess with factions. So we already got the team set up using the same one that we mentioned in the video. With that being said, I should probably switch to armor. And with that being said, I actually don't have an armor build because they're all being Wait, do I have two magic builds? Why on earth do I have two magic builds? Well, there. Now I have an armor. I think it's because I switched out the other one for armor on top of my armor team, and then the other one was already a magic team. So it ended up making it so I had two of them on accident. Whoops. Not too big a deal, though. And there we go, just standard Ruin. We should all pick 1, 2, 3 and troll Tacit when we all get perfect. Yeah, really, statistically, if everyone in chat right now went for 1, 2, 3 tomorrow, like at least a few of you will be able to come in tomorrow and be like, hey, I got a perfect off of 1, 2, 3. Like some amount of you should get a perfect. At least one person would, that's for sure. I know Tyrion already sent me a couple of screenshots of perfect 1, 2, 3s. It'll happen eventually. We will keep clicking it until it works. I don't care if it takes another month. We will click top 3 until we get top 3. And then I need to figure out the exact date when it came out. And then we'll cover a video on, like, it took this many days to get perfect faction by taking top 3 every time. We went relentlessly. I did not give up until we finally got it. Whenever that is, because we still haven't yet. Also, Val Raven, always great to see. Did on Xbox and was glorious. Oh yeah! How was Overwatch 2, by the way? Did anyone try it out? I'm generally not a fan of shooters, but I haven't actually checked it out yet. Because I never got into Overwatch 1. Because it seemed like quite an investment for a shooter I probably would barely play, if at all. But I might try Overwatch 2. Probably off stream as well, since I can't really stream the next few days. But yeah, we'll be getting that internet situation situated very soon. I'm going to be heading down there tomorrow to try to situate it. And hopefully it'll be fixed by this weekend, or by Monday, or by some date, hopefully soon. Also, hello, Clipbomb, and thank you for the $2 tip. Greatly appreciated. Any amount of support always helps out a lot. Thanks a ton. You have 2,000 Dragonite so far? Wow. Oh, wait, then again, if you break it down that way, we actually have over 2,000 Dragonite, but that's mostly because we buy Dragonite every day. We haven't gotten any free Dragonite yet. But I buy it every day, which has made us have 2,190 Dragonite so far. Technically 2,110 if you don't count the 80 that you got for free from them messing up the thing. Because they sent 80 to us in the mail for free that other day. You stopped buying Dragonite for a while, low on gems. Yeah, that can end up happening. It is quite a gem sink, that is for sure. Luckily, there are a lot of ways to get gems, so it kind of balances itself out. But if you're still trying to do other things that require gems, you could definitely sink into it pretty heavily. Luckily, this account is endgame enough that we don't really have any other things to invest gems into. Well, we do, but, you know. Like, for example, we have a faction event this Friday, but you could save 710 gems by, you know, not doing it. Which is exactly what we're doing. And then we're just going to wait a month after to go get the troop itself. Which apparently comes out on Friday. We ended up learning that the other week. So, apparently, whenever a faction brings in a new troop, that troop is then available 4 to 6 weeks after the fact, which is something we knew already. However, since it comes out on a Friday, which is something that normally doesn't happen, a new troop coming out on a Friday, but since it comes out on a Friday, that means the 4 to 6 week period is based on that Friday, not based on a Monday. Because I was thinking earlier, like, oh yeah, it'll just reset on the Monday, kind of like, you know, like the Spooky Imp did, where the Spooky Imp became available on the 3rd, even though technically it's available, or, you know, starts from the month. So I thought it would kind of be like that. However, the way it actually seems to work is it's based on the actual data that came out, which happens to be a Friday. So that means 4 to 6 weeks from this Friday, we will end up getting the new troop for free. And by free, I mean the Underworld Shards, which means the earliest date for that is actually my birthday, the 4th of November. So the earliest date that could occur is the 4th of November, and the latest date that could occur is the 18th of November. Which is funny, because that's my dad's birthday. Wait, have I never noticed that? My birthday and my dad's birthday are exactly 2 weeks away. I have actually never noticed that. That is... I have had 28 birthdays. Wait, 29? I already forget my age. Fail. You know you're getting too old when you forget your age. But, that or we're really starting to lose our memory early. I could do the math on it real quick, but I don't feel like it right now. But, yeah, and I actually have never noticed in 28 years that my dad's birthday is exactly 2 weeks after mine. Like, I knew it was the same month, obviously. I never realized it was exactly 2 weeks. That's kind of funny. Like, when I see it on a like, if I see it on, like, a Thursday in a 2 week, like, span, it's like, I don't recognize in my brain that it's, like, a 2 week period. But for whatever reason, when I see a gap between 2 Fridays, it's like, oh yeah, that's a 2 week period. Even though it's the same distance regardless. Something feels more like 2 weeks when it's Friday to Friday compared to, like, Thursday to Thursday or something similar. Let's see. I'll take that number away. Yeah, it's the 9th anniversary. It was 2014, so that would be 8th anniversary, right? Because 2014, 6. Yeah, it's the 8th anniversary of Gems of War, not the 9th. But yeah, it's still a big number. Because it came out in late 2014. Specifically late November 2014. And we do know for sure we're getting a patch for it. And also, apparently, the patch that was supposed to be last month in September, we are also going to be getting that month. Because that was supposed to be the Broken Spire rework? Yeah, Broken Spire rework. Best gap is the thigh gap. Do we get a new Mythic this Friday? We do, but we also don't. Like, we do, but it's useless. It's basically Scorpius, but worse. It's essentially trying to kill one troop with true damage, and that's all it does. Like, no double kill, no, like, mana accumulation. It's just trying to one-shot something. It's basically a combination of a weaker version of Weaver and a weaker version of Scorpius. Except even weaker because it only hits one thing and not two. But it has no follow-up, it only tries to kill one thing, doesn't have a super low mana cost, it's 22. Instead of like a 20 or something. Even at 20 mana cost probably wouldn't get used. It's just way too clunky to use. And there's already better mythics from that location. Most notably Scorpius himself. They're literally both Scorpions. And Scorpius is just a better version of the Scorpio that's coming in next month. And by next month, I mean this month. And by this month, I mean 2 days from now. Or technically 3 days, this Friday. But yes, we are getting a Mythic this Friday. As well as a new faction troop. Oddly enough, that faction troop is almost more useful than the Mythic. Not in the sense that the new troop is good. But because in the context of the faction, it's not horrible. So at least it has some synergy than a Mythic you're pretty much never going to use. Though who knows, maybe we'll team build with it and it seems okay. I just don't really foresee a situation where it's going to be that usable though. Like, it's not a bad Mythic per se. It's just, there's a billion other Mythics that are better. Like, you can get away with using it. It's just, there's at least like 200 options that'll probably be a better damage source than that thing. Oh no, Genki, were you feeling down? I hope you're feeling better. I hope you get better soon, Genki. That's one thing that the pandemic, oddly enough, actually helped with. Since everyone has been masked, though slightly less so these days. But ever since then, I feel like I haven't gotten, like, sick at all, barely the last few years. Like, compared to in the past. Just between wearing masks more and everyone else is generally wearing masks. Though a lot less people wear masks these days. But people still do. Just the ratio is a lot lower than before. Let's see. I'll take that one down. Next month legendary troop is really hard to figure out. You're dying to get past the slots. Sure, I could look at it. I've actually never looked at it yet. Might as well. I don't see why not. So if we go over to... Also, by the way, how's the stream lagging right now, by the way? Is it super high? Because it says we've lost 61.8% of frames. Which is a very big number. That means almost 2/3 of stream. But yeah, this will be the last stream we do for at least a couple days until we can get our internet situation figured out. Which is mostly contacting our service provider and figuring out what on earth is going on. Because I assumed it would be fixed by now, but apparently not. I've tried like literally everything you can on my end, so it's almost guaranteed on their ends. Unless I'm forgetting something. But anyways, what am I doing now? Terran's World. Terran's World. That's not how you spell Terran's World. I will eventually learn to type. Though I am currently still typing on 2 keyboard setup. I still need to figure out a better keyboard setup than what I have now. I almost need like a double layered desk that has like 2 different sets of keyboards. I always like wondered when I saw keyboard setups like that. Like, why would you ever need that? I have a situation right now where I desperately need that. I wonder if there's any kind of like below attachment I can get for the one I already have. Where it's like, oh, another set of keyboard. It's one of those things that it seems like, oh, you'll probably never need it. And in my current situation, it's like, I could really use a double keyboard setup. That are both vertically, you know, next to each other. Let's see, what am I looking for here? I'm looking for a legendary. Whatever that new legendary is coming in. The easiest way to do this is just type in legends. Not that one. Type in legend, go down by 1. Okay, I assume it's this one right here. This is coming out the Monday after our birthday. Let's see what it does. I'm looking for copy link address. And then looking to put the link address in there. Hey, so legendary, it's a Rashka Rogue. Interesting combination. It's a legendary from Blackhawk, which is a pretty rogue-based kingdom, so interesting. Might have some good rogue synergy. Deal magic +5, heavy splash damage to 2 random enemies, boosted by blue gems. That's not horrible. Problem is he ends his turn. That's a lot of damage, though. What's his unique trait? Captain's Orders. Give 2 magic to all rogue allies when matching for an extra turn. This stacks with rogues already a capable ability. That gives all 1 magic as well, the rogues. So that'll then be 3 magic every single time. Yeah, it's a kitty pirate. The first one of them as well. So that's basically 3 magic per extra turn. Because if we go to the hero class over here, we can see if we go to Coursier, which is the one you'd likely use with this thing. It has this trait, which all rogues gain 1 magic for every extra turn you end up doing. So that stacks with this, so you'll get 3 magic to all rogues per extra turn that you do, assuming you're using this and, you know, the 2 of them together. Interesting. That's definitely a lot of magic stacking for a pure rogue team. Of course, one of the more noteworthy rogue teams these days is Night Spider. Running that down with, like, Captain McCall and all that. Oddly enough, I don't think I have a Night Spider team saved anymore. But, it's just using Mother of Darkness with the Spider to go crazy with 50% Mana Start and Hero with Rope Dart. And kind of just running it down that way. The only problem with that team is what do you switch out for this troop? The team's also really true damage based, whereas this guy is physical based. I guess you could try doing a physical based team like this. So for example, rope darts, him, and then like 2 other options, like one other mana accumulator and something else. Like that could definitely work out. He has potential. I don't feel like he's gonna get used a lot though, because there's not too many. The biggest issue with rogues as a typing, I would have to say, is their mythic selection, or more so lack thereof. So for example, if I type in, let's just say elementalist right here. Let's just say elemental, I mean. Or actually, let me do it by troop type. If I go to elemental, and I click on order by base rarity, we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we can see 14. Now let's do that for rogue. And I believe there's like 2 or 3. 1, 2. And basically 1, because realistically Mother of Darkness, I guess you could technically use him. He's a very situational troop, because he's really based on magic, like to get that insta-kill. Otherwise, he's kind of like an alternative Zugoth, but weirder, but can still work. But there's 2 rogues total. And they're literally the same type of troop, Mother of Darkness and the Consort of Darkness. And there's nothing else. Like, literally nothing else. They're all in Darkstone, and they're all like based on that darkness thing. This is the biggest thing holding back rogues. And that troop, I feel like, could be good in the future if we got any amount more rogue mythics. Because right now, we're at, like, 0. Well, 1, Mother of Dark. Well, I don't know, 2, 1, however you want to look at it. But it's a very small number compared to other categories. Like, I can click literally anything at random, and it will have more. Urska. Urska should have almost none. Okay, never mind. Urska was a bad example. Orc. Also a bad example. Gosh, are there that many with that little? Merfolk. There we go, 3. Actually, I kind of forgot. If it's not like Divine, Daemon, or Elemental, there's like 0. If I click Elf, there's like, what, 4? Not even 2. Okay, wow, I didn't even realize this. There's that many typings that have this few mythics? Yeah, 2 as well. Wow, there's a lot of typings that have nothing. Like Divine has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Gosh, talk about favoritism. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. 26 for Divine. Gosh, how many does Daemon have? That's another category that has a billion of them. 8, 12, 16. Not sure I wasn't counting like this earlier. 20, 21. And then you have typings like Construct that probably has like 3. Okay, 4 or 5. Well, why does Construct have so many? Technically there's 7, though technically 6 because that's not really a mythic. Gosh, Construct of all things has that many. Beast. How many are beasts these days? Ah, a good handful of beasts, surprisingly, too. 10 beast mythics? Unfortunately, 3 of them are both all Hatter and Scroll, basically. Just in different forms. But still, anyways. But yeah, overall, that troop's not bad. Long story short, this legendary that's coming out on November 7th, he's okay. He'll become better once better rogue mythics come into the game. But he'll definitely be usable. I just don't feel like he's going to be particularly meta, but he's definitely usable. So hello, Marcelo! How am I doing? I'm doing pretty good. What team do you suggest for the Pure Faction today? As far as the Pure Faction team, we ended up going with, or showing for the other thing, it was a 50% score reduction troop, followed by either 2 or 3 of the legendary. Oh, wait, sorry, wrong one. My bad. Hold up. I'm doing the wrong day. That was for Fridays. My bad. This one's Pure Faction is... Oh, yeah, this is an annoying one. Basically, you hold Werebear. Yeah, this is one of the most annoying factions in the game. But basically, you use Werebear in first slot and never, ever, ever cast it unless it's about to die. Then do double Werecat for damage pressure. You should be casting these as many times as possible. And 1 Beastmaster in the last slot. You only cast them if and only if you have another Beastmaster. So basically, you're only trying to get mana for Werecats. Casting Beastmaster once one of these transforms, or, you know, once one of these transform back into Beastmaster, and then kind of just go from there. Because you want these, the reason you want double brown is you want these to switch out of Beastmaster back to a different form as quickly as you can. And as long as you go into the final fight with Werebear plus Beastmaster, you should be okay. But the most important thing is to make sure you have a Werebear, as is the most consistent score reduction, and for the final fight is a really good starting mana accumulator option. You don't want to use a prior, because every single time you cast it, which you'll be casting at least a couple times, but you want to save it ideally for the final fight, unless you have to cast it to survive, because you want to go and make sure you have this for the final fight. If you have no Werebears for the final fight, you could very easily lose due to lack of mana accumulation, which is another reason I have double brown, as if you really had to go for desperation play, you can mana accumulate off of Beastmaster, though he's a lot more inconsistent than just exploding the board. Or at least most of the board anyways. Yeah, that's the team. But yeah, it's one of the hardest factions in the game. Possibly even the hardest, depending on how you weigh the RNG factors. Because the main thing that makes it hard is more so the luck-based factors related to the faction. More so than any other factor. Oh, sorry, did I miss the other thing that Genki said? Sorry. Yeah, sometimes when I rant, I miss chat. Gnomes, where have the gnomes gone? There's a song, if you've ever heard of one. We should be getting a Vault event pretty soon. I should forget when the next Vault event is. Wait, where's Genki's comment? Let's see. Take a look at... Oh, did I look at the wrong one? My bad. Let me go look at the other one. Hold up. Apparently I looked at the wrong legendary. Which one are you referring to? Let's see. Yep, no problem, Marcelo. Glad I could help. Oh, so hello, B-Dub. Welcome, welcome. Okay, sorry about that. Let me go look up this other one. Karm. Okay, it should be right over here. Let's see what this thing can do. So this one's coming in an unknown date. So it is super subject to change. You know, I'm just going to put over to... let's do a new tab. The only problem is it's a big white screen. I wish it auto-defaulted to dark mode. Oh, I like the design there. So we have Carmina. It is... oh, I was expecting Golvania. This is from Darkstone. It's a legendary from Darkstone, specifically Undead Mystic. It is a 60 mana cost. It creates 4 skulls, 4 Doom Skulls, and 4 Uber Doom Skulls. If an enemy is death marked, create 1 more of each skull. There's an issue with this. If I'm not mistaken, can't skulls overwrite Doom Skulls overwrite skulls, and Uber Doom Skulls overwrite, you know... Like, every category of skull, I believe, can overwrite every other category of skull. If that is still the case, which I believe it is in the current state of the game, which it really shouldn't be, but I believe it is, then that's really bad, actually. Because each one of those 4 spawns could very easily overwrite each other. So the skulls could overwrite the Doom Skulls and Uber Doom Skulls, the Doom Skulls could overwrite the skulls and Uber Doom Skulls, and Uber Doom Skulls could overwrite the skulls and Doom Skulls. If that is still the way that it works, then this is not going to be that good. If that's not how it works and skulls don't overwrite each other, then yeah, this will be fine. It definitely has situations where it could be used. What's its final trait? Death mark an enemy when an enemy dies. Interesting. That can occasionally be helpful. Overall, it seems pretty average, mostly because of the ways the skulls work. Because last I recall, creating both skulls and Doom Skulls and, you know, Uber Doom Skulls simultaneously can overwrite each other. If that is still how it works, she will probably almost never be used. Otherwise, it might be used occasionally because that's a lot of explosion. Your Uber Doom Skulls and Doom Skulls there, they're going to explode a lot of the board, like almost full board clear. Maybe not exactly full board clear, but at least a good portion of the board. And yeah, it'd be interesting to see how that pans out. But I don't foresee it being too good. Like, even if it works perfectly ideally, where none of the skulls can overwrite each other, it's still very situational to end up using compared to other skull spammers in the game. And a Death Mark, while really good when it triggers, will oftentimes, you know, do what Death Mark normally does, which is nothing. Unfortunately. But it has potential. It really depends how the skulls interact. If they overwrite each other, that troop will never be used. If it doesn't, then it's situationally useful depending on color restriction and stuff like that. Though one of its colors is purple. Purple does have a lot of skull spam already. Red somewhat does, but not as much as purple. The main concern with that is like its value compared to like Zugoff and other similar things, especially with the double color overlap already. With something that's already so good. How about the bird up front to place a Hunter's Mark on the skull ring or skull damage? Yeah, anytime to have Hunter's Mark can end up being pretty good with skull spam. One of the easier ways to actually end up doing that is Archer, or not Archer, but anything that has that one rogue tree, where it does a where it places Hunter's Mark every time you land an extra turn, because then you can end up Hunter's Marking pretty much the entire enemy team for pretty much free, just by spamming a couple extra turns with your mana accumulation. And assuming they don't have immune, this is 2 times damage against their entire team then. Alright, let me go take the... what do we need here? We'll take Rowan. Yeah, how's the stream lag been, by the way, everyone? Because that is the reason why we're going to stop streaming for the next few days. Just so I can kind of get it working again. Because after the stream I did earlier today, it made me realize how laggy it actually is. In Gems of War, it's not as noticeable. Because you know, it's really turn-based. There isn't like too many like ultra emotions that you have to keep track of. And if the board just kind of jets like perfectly into place, that is almost more beneficial. I wish there was a mode for that. Fortunately, there isn't. But it's like not as noticeable, I feel like, when we do a Gems of War stream. But I can't imagine losing 30,000 frames to be that stable. Though the number is going back down, it's now at 56.9% of dropped frames. Yeah, I was doing a speed test for the stream thing earlier, and it was literally getting under one, what was it? Kilobytes per second? Whatever that measurement is. I actually forget what it is. But it was literally under 1. And I believe for generally a stable stream, you want to hit like 3 to 5, if not higher. And it was literally at under 1. Which is one of the reasons why the stream has been so sketchy lately. Because for download speed, for whatever reason, it doesn't seem to be that affected. Like my download speed's in a couple hundreds. But my upload speed has literally gone under single digit. It has become decimal at some times. Which is extremely not stable enough to stream off of. Because that uses your upload speed, not your download speed. But of course, we'll still be covering the Mythic this Friday, the faction this Friday, all that good stuff. And if we get a perfect dungeon, I'll make sure to let you guys know. Why does it take 3 hours per gnome to pop up? Well, when it's not a gnome event, the rate is pretty low. Like, you likely only will see a few per hour. If you get unlucky, you can go an entire hour without any. During Vault events, it's a lot higher. Also, since we've been looking up everything, when is next Vault event? Because I actually don't know. It should be pretty soon. I hope it's not this weekend. Because I'm not sure I'll be able to stream it if so. But let me go double check. It should be pretty soon. Oh yeah, it can't be this weekend. We're getting a new faction. Duh. When is next Vault event? Vault. Wait, what is... Oh, I still had the other thing there. I was like, wait. Next Vault event is on October 21st to the 23rd. Mark your calendars. But that's in, what, 3 weeks from now? 2 weeks? 2 weeks from now. Or, you know, 2 weeks from this Friday, I should say. But, yeah, that's around the corner. Not quite here yet, but it's getting here. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Get out of here. There we go. We still haven't handed out a code. Let me go do that right now. I meant to go do that a little bit earlier in the faction. But here you guys go. There is the redeem code. Use it on gemsofwar.com or the game code section. Invite code can be found in your settings menu, whatever game says in the bottom left corner. Let's go to gemsofwar.com. Copy paste the random numbers and letters from what we posted into chats. Copy. And give the same word as always. Let's see if we go to redeem code. Your invite code is in bottom left settings. Redeem code in chat. And there we go. And to give the same order as always, 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Enjoy, everyone. And definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps a lot and is greatly appreciated as per usual. Anyways, let's go and finish this out. Because we're almost done there, and then we'll go help the guild with the World event. Because we still need to go get all the rewards. Unfortunately, no leaderboard for it. That would have been cool. Didn't quite happen, though. I have no problem for the code, everyone. Yeah, it's gonna feel weird not streaming for a couple days again. It's just like such a routine at this point. That anytime I go like long periods without it, though I'm not sure how long it'll be, it might just be a couple days. But anytime I go like a long duration without it, it's like, oh, what do I do with this time? I'm so used to doing something in this time block, like literally every day. And then it's like, oh, there's nothing here now. If nothing else, I could try to upload videos at that time still. Maybe not literally every single day, though. But some of the days. So even though we can't stream on those days, you know, we'd still have something up. Actually, that'd be an interesting way to do it. Like, premiering a video around the time we stream. And then I, like, chat and chat. Because I've never used the premiere function yet. Maybe we'll need to in the next couple days just to test it out. Because I've never bothered testing it yet. This would actually be a good opportunity to. Because it would allow me to, you know, be in chat and kind of communicate with you guys. While still having, like, no lag. Because it's uploading ahead of time. So it's not like a stream where it's, you know, uploading literally as we're doing it. So it won't have any buffering or anything. So we could kind of do it that way. That'd be interesting to do for Guild Wars. Let's see. Get a trip in. No, I don't plan on doing anything that big. Not this year anyways. Maybe next year. Actually, I haven't gone anywhere since... Gosh. I did once earlier. When was that? Around the time of the vaccine, I did 2 trips. Oh no, I did 3 trips last year. Hold up, I actually did a lot of trips last year. Because I went to see some friends once I got the vaccine. I went to see family, which was also soon after the vaccine. And then later, I went to see some different family around December, as well as New Year's, which is where I most recently was. So yeah, never mind. Last year I actually did 3. Though 2 of them were family trips. Just seeing family that I haven't seen for a while. Let's see. What think that would do? But aside from that, I haven't been anywhere since COVID. Let's see what took down Rowing. We got full mana there. We're good to go. Oh, so this is already the second to last floor. Gosh, that went by quick. Oh, good. I was gonna say, that's so close to the full mana. Also, whenever I see 4 times Mimic as an enemy, I always think it's like, oh, we found a Mimic chest. But nope, just a standard room. Honestly, I almost wish they would remove that from Delves. Just because every single time I see that now, I think, oh, we found a Mimic. And then realize, wait, we're not an Explorer. It's not a Mimic. It's a fake Mimic. It's a Mimic. It's a mimicking that's... Oh, that's really funny. It's a Mimic that's mimicking mimics. Oh, the Mimicception. I didn't even notice that till now. But yeah, it's a Mimic mimicking mimics. That's what that room is. That's cruel. It's a Mimic room. It's a Mimic room that pretends to be a good Mimic room and it's just a bad Mimic room. The Mimic. Also, apparently they're adding, speaking of other things like that, they have confirmed that they're adding a Dragonite Gnome sometime next year. Hopefully early next year. Probably around the same time that they're doing some updates to how Dragonite is distributed. As far as, like, you know, how do you get the eggs, specifically, that is. You got another perfect run today? Nice. Went reverse Tacit for 456. Honestly, I have seen 456 like 4 times now. If we would have just went bottom 3 every time, we'd almost have a whole extra Dragon Egg and Dragonite. Though at this point, I'm hoarding all my Dragonite. I'm just waiting until they revamp it before I spend any of my Dragonite. With the one exception being I will be getting the weapon, the blue weapon. We'll be getting that next. But beyond that, I'm going to be hoarding all my Dragonite until they make it easier to target the eggs. As they've already kind of confirmed they're going to be doing something in that regard. And at this point, there's no way between now and then, unless we get like a billion perfects, that we are going to get enough points to cover the cost of all the RNG to get all the eggs. So I figured I might as well just hoard all of the resources and just wait it out until they make the changes early next year. So I'm only going to craft one more thing with Dragonite before then, being the blue weapon. That freezy weapon that you need the blue dragon, the... Gosh, what were the 3 dragons for it? I actually forget. I think it was all but the red. But this weapon. Yeah, all but the red. Well, all that I have, but the red, I should say. But yeah, the yellow, blue, and green dragon for this weapon is going to be the next thing we end up crafting. Because this is a guaranteed. Like, this is no RNG or anything. Just guarantee you get the weapon. You'll need it anyways to get this weapon so you can then get this dragon. So this is something you're required to have to do at some point. And since this has a 100% chance of being correct and not need a roll for RNG, I figured we go for this, hoard all of our Dragonite until later. And then once they fix how to target dragons, we'll go and target brown and purple. Get those 2 dragons, get this other ring, get the other ring, and then boom, straight into finally getting Demantia sometime early next year. That's pretty much my long-term game plan. Anyways, where were we? Should almost be done here on the final floor of what we need to do. Well, maybe not final floor. Depends how it rolls. And we might actually need to go spend 30 gems here because this is a format where we actually do get quite a bit less value overall. You've gotten 7 already? Wow. Even if I went all bottom every time, I wouldn't even have 7 perfect dungeons yet. Or do you mean you've gotten 7 eggs? I assume you mean 7 dungeons. No, 7 dragons? Wait, how on earth have you gotten that many? That is a lot, wow. That's a good handful of perfects. Yeah, hopefully the final room, though I'm pretty sure it's not because this faction is very weird. And its multiplier rooms are all over the place as well. Oh, you 7 perfect runs. It's still a pretty high number. A huge congrats on that. Ah, that was a nice explode. Gosh, we just hit like 4 to 5 skulls overkill. We still had extra turn skull into another skull as well. Let me guess, this isn't enough points. I'm almost guaranteed this is not enough points. Yeah, that's what I thought. You can tell just because of how bad the layout of the faction is. To enough of a degree, we probably have to do 2 fights here instead of just 1. Hello, Jamie. Welcome, welcome. Also, if anyone else has any other questions or anything you want me to go over, do let me know. As this will probably be our last stream for a couple days. Until we can get our internet situated. Though we'll still definitely be covering the videos this Friday. And I might try doing one other video between then as well. On what? I do not know. But I'll figure out something. But realistically, it'll probably be uploaded on Thursday, not tomorrow. And I might try premiering it. Ah, if I do though, I should probably do that tomorrow though. Because I was gonna say, I might try premiering at 8 PM Eastern Standard Time. Because I haven't actually tested the premiere function, and these next few days would actually be the perfect opportunity to go test the premiere option. A feature I have never utilized, but YouTube has had for almost 2 years now. That should be enough. There we go. Perfect. Now let's go help out our go. Oh, really perfect. Blue and a purple. Great to see. Alright, let me go get the faction destroying metal set. So again, do the Baba Yaga's deal. As far as the order for this place, it's just rarity order, but always take Spirit of Rage every time you see Spirit of Rage. And we're currently running it with double Tesla into Penguin, where we use Princess Elspeth immediately to kill the Penguin, and go from there. Though there's a little bit of a bad board for that. Oh, it's still a bad board for it. It's not going to stop me from doing it, though. So we'll do that. Unfortunately, we missed, as we kind of already saw ahead of time. I believe we need enough to get the mana there. So I'm going to do that, let him poke us, throw that down. Oh no, it would have been enough if I didn't let him skull poke us. Barely though. Unfortunate, it happens. Though now that we're getting a little bit deeper on those, we can pretty much assume we will need double Tesla now. But for these, we could definitely do single Tesla. Let's see how it goes on the other one here. Spirit of Rage. Okay, let's see if we can still get away with single Tesla. As soon as we can't on a single time, we know for sure we have to start doubling her. But I believe we're still barely in range, as long as we don't get poked by a skull, and I don't poke him with a skull, because that also matters. As long as... Oh, he poked me. Okay, we gotta go for another. As long as neither... Oh, no! That's really bad. I forgot about the enrage. But as long as neither of us poke each other with skull, we should be okay, but I think I just lost. Oh, wow. He just spared our lives. Good job, AI. What a save. Okay, I'm about to move where my things are before they die. How did I do that, though? I could put Penguin in first and hope it's not a blue. I'm going to do it this way. The only problem with this is if we spawn a... Well, you know, I'm going to do it like this then. And then when we have a battle like that, we'll go and make sure we do it. But the reason I'm doing this is I want to make sure when we're in the harder fight, we have at least one buffer. The only problem with that is the thing we destroy can be blue. In that case, it was brown-purple, but it is possible that it's blue. So whenever we sit in a bigger fight, we'll go move it. We could always, of course, change out our team a little bit. Could even have Elspeth try to kill itself. And have, like, Hero on the other slot or something similar. Okay, how do I want to play this? I'm just going to take red. I'm not even going to cast Elspeth this turn. Oh, wait, never mind. We already have the win condition. Let's see. Send the list of Pokemon that you need. Wait, to you? Sure, I'll go send it later. It's mostly just all of your version exclusives for that other game. You guess Fall Guys would be unplayable? I could play it off stream. But to do it on stream, yeah, it definitely would be unplayable. Honestly, everything right now is unplayable on stream. Like, I'm not sure if any of you checked the EV playthrough. I was going to do the whole game earlier today. But it was so laggy that I just had to end it. I will just be doing it some other time. Doing the whole playthrough thing. But after seeing that earlier, I realized, yeah, it is way too buffery to stream anything. I don't know. What do you guys think of the current stream, though, right now? I don't know. Let me just pull it. Do you find the stream right now to be too laggy? Do you find the stream right now to be too laggy / buffery? Buffery is a word, right? It is now. Yes or no? Do you find the stream? Yes, no. Yeah, that's a yes/no question. Let's see. I'm pretty sure I spelled buffery correctly. It's not actually a word, but I'm pretty sure if it was a word, that is the way you spell it. Also, I like how I moved the penguin there, so I'd remember to go switch its location, then proceed to not switch its location. A lot of no's. That's actually a surprising amount of no's. How many votes so far? Oh, I see it's 100% no. But, okay. That's a pretty high number. Though, in all fairness, anyone who's still here would probably say no. I can't poll people who aren't here, not watching, because it is too laggy. Which is the only problem with that. So it will be more biased towards no, regardless. Since anyone who's still watching would obviously, of course, not find it too laggy. If you're still watching at this point. Let's see. Wait, is that all the things already? I think we've done all the things. Well, of course, the rest of the adventure board doesn't matter. Up there, guild out with that. Time to go do treasure hunt. No. I really wish they would buff treasure hunt. I honestly, every single time I keep doing it as a Monday event, I keep thinking like, oh, this mode's actually not that bad. But then I look at the loot and it's like, why am I playing this? Like, it gives you nothing in return. But honestly, I still like the gameplay of treasure hunt. Though I do find it hard to read chat while I'm doing it. Even though it's so chill, I like over-focus on it when I do it. Yeah, that's the only issue too, is like the stream is like multiple minutes behind. Like, due to all the buffering, if you watch it slightly behind, it might not seem like it's as laggy. But you're also, it's going to be like a minute or few minute delay. Compared to what we're currently doing. But anyways, we've done all the main objectives. I guess we could go do some explore then. Actually, let me do some 20% chasing. We've been doing that quite a bit more lately. Now that we have all the kingdoms upgraded, so let's keep doing it. Let's go bring out our good old Zugoff build. And start plowing them down. See if we can get a few good chests here. Lester. There's literally nothing open on my computer right now. There's 3 things open right now. Steam, because I needed it to go open Gems of War. Gems of War, because, you know, we're playing it. And the thing recording our Gems of War. That is literally it. That is the whole list. There's not a single other application running on my entire computer. Unless there's something in the background I didn't remember to close. Oh yeah, Epic's currently open. Get out of here. Okay, now everything's closed. That's not going to make any difference, though. Isn't there somewhere in the settings where you can make it so Epic doesn't, like, auto-open? Because I never, like, gave it permission to auto-open. Yet it auto-opens every time I restart my computer. I always forget to close it. And I don't even really use it for anything. Because for Fall Guys, I use the Steam version. And there's not a single Epic game that I play these days. The only one I would is Darkest Dungeon 2 prior to its release, but it's releasing in like a couple months. I believe it's coming out early next year. Also, I wonder what state that game currently is in. Because I haven't played it for basically a year at this point now. Yeah, it has pretty much been a year. Gosh, that means it's been in beta for like a year and a half by the time it launches. Honestly, Darkest Dungeon 2 I did not like as much as Darkest Dungeon 1. It's one of those situations where the sequel just wasn't better than its predecessor. Of course, that could change now that it's almost near release. But, I don't know. Like, visually, it was really cool what they did with it. Gameplay-wise, like, the gameplay loop of the other one was way better. I think the biggest issue with it was how big of a time investment it was. Like, if you wanted to do run, your entire day was doing one run. It wasn't like Darkest Dungeon before, where it was a lot easier to chunk it along. Like, doing it little by little. Because each sequence was like its own little part. But for how they structured Darkest Dungeon 2, unless they've changed it, like, you literally have to invest a day just for one run. It takes so long. Orcs Must Die 3 co-op with viewers. Has Orcs Must Die 3 gone on sale? I played the first two, and honestly, they were kind of fun. That's definitely something I wouldn't mind playing at some point. I would definitely wait until it goes on the sale, though. So if it ever goes on a sale, if anyone ever sees it for cheap, let me know. And yeah, I'd play it. Because it originally was a Stadia exclusive, I believe. Or at least initially. So I never bothered playing it because who uses Stadia? Actually, isn't Stadia shutting down? How's that service not already dead yet? Isn't it dead? If not, it should be soon. But it was originally a Stadia exclusive. And then it came to other platforms. But then when it came to other platforms, it didn't have as big of a hurrah, and I kind of forgot it even existed. Kind of like how things go to Epic Games and then die. It basically went to Stadia and then died. It just went to a different platform instead of taking the Epic route. Took the Stadia route. Oh, a 5x Horde Mimic? It's happening. You know it's going to happen. Tonight's the night. We get our third one. Actually, how many people have gotten the achievement? This is one of the most unobtained ones, if I'm not mistaken. The other one, it was surprising, one of the other ones not being the one we haven't done. But yeah, it is currently 0.3%. Let's see if we can get our third. We're currently at 2 right now. I believe it's 10% chance last I recall. Though, of course, the bigger issue is trying to get 5 times. Actually, where's my Mimic counter? Our lifetime Mimic counter. Where are you at? Let's see. Wait, where is it? Gosh, it's buried. That's something else I need to fix. Something I should go do on our days of not streaming is go reorganize our entire interface. Because on the front end, it probably doesn't look messy at all, but gosh, on the back end, it is a gigantic mess. That needs to be organized at some point, and at some point should probably be pretty soon. Let's see. It's like not too big a deal. Like I can still find stuff, but it's starting to get kind of cluttered. Luckily, you can make folders and subfolders for those folders, so all I have to do is just folder a folder into a folder, and we'll be fine. Honestly, that's probably my solution to all sorting via computers. If in doubt, just put it into further subfolders, and you'll be more organized. There's no such thing as too many subfolders. I do the same thing in Photoshop layers a lot as well. Like sometimes I'll have a project, not for anything for this channel, but like some stuff I used to do in the past, that would have like it would have like a folder and a folder and a folder and a folder. Just like layering the layers on top of different folder layers, just so you know what each one was denoting. Oh, we didn't get it. Actually, that's a pretty bad roll. That's pretty miserable. But there we go. We're at 110 and 21. Overall, could have been worse, though not by much. It almost was the worst. But hey, 5 times still better than no 5 times. It's a pretty unfortunate roll, though. Hey, Trippy's ready. Yeah, interesting. Most people on the poll saying that the stream isn't too laggy. It's rather interesting. I still want to take a few days off, though, just to kind of get it situated. And then hopefully by this weekend, go back with streams. But, yeah, I do find it interesting that most people don't find it to be too big a deal. But I guess it also has to do with how Gems of War plays out. It probably also has to do with the fact that the audio isn't delayed, so anyone who's mostly just watching for audio and listening to this in the background probably doesn't care what it visually looks like. So it could be stuttering like crazy. As long as the audio isn't stuttering, I guess it doesn't really matter too much for most of those people. Because I know there are some people that, like, they watch it, but they don't watch it. Like, you know, they'll listen to the stream, but not necessarily be looking at it because they'll be, you know, playing the game or doing any other number of things. They're just using it for background noise or when they go to bed or something similar. Actually, do any of you guys ever, like, sleep while listening to, like, the past stream? Or maybe even live during the stream? I don't know. I feel like most people don't, like, go to sleep during, like, an actual live stream. But I feel like people would, like, if they're listening to it after the fact. Not because it's boring, but, you know, because you're just kind of listening to it for background noise. Because I've definitely done that for stuff before. If Tessa takes a few days off, will you get fired? That's funny. Luckily, we're not really missing much the next 2 days. Because tomorrow is just a pet that we've gotten a billion times now. And Thursdays, you know, the standard class event. And the Fridays will be covering the video, so even if we happen to not stream by Friday night, because hopefully I plan to start by at least the weekend again, I want to try to aim for. But even if we happen to not be around by Friday night, though I am going to try to do it Friday night, but if we happen to not to, then we're still going to have the 2 videos up. One on the Mythic, one on the faction. You have only the 1 Mimic. Yeah, it can take a bit of grinding. It's really luck-based, and you can go a long while, because it's one of those grinds where you don't get any closer to it. Like, at least with the Dragonite, if you get lucky occasionally, you're getting a little bit closer. However, as far as the RNG on the Mimics, it's pretty much all in. Like, you don't get any amount... Why did I not take that? But you don't get any amount of progress closer to your objective. Have I prepared my Halloween costume? No, I do not have anything prepared for Halloween. Except this will probably be the crow we wear. Like a little pirate. No, just kidding. Though he will... Actually, this guy does kind of actually work out for Halloween. It is a Raven, after all. Also, now he doesn't want to stand on the mic. Oh no. I ruined him. I ruined him! I ruined him! He does not like to balance on the mic. He needs very particular synergy. There we go. I got our little crow for our mic. We're already starting a Halloween. I never realized how Halloween themed he looked until I saw it in a physical form. It's like, oh yeah, that's like super Halloween themed. He's our little crow. Let's see, we'll take that over. Wear shades, Hawaiian polo shirts, and a white beard. He goes Master Roshi, that'd be funny. That would be funny. Oddly enough, I don't believe I have a Hawaiian shirt anymore. I know in the past I've had some really wacky Hawaiian shirts, but I believe currently I don't own a single one. I feel like this is one of those weird article of clothing that a lot of people just have laying around that they almost never use. And then realize, like, years later that it's just sitting there. It's like, oh yeah, I have a Hawaiian shirt. I have a tie-dye shirt. I don't have any Hawaiian shirts, though. Those are kind of 2 completely different things, though. But they're both very vibrantly colored, that's for sure. Let me know when you need Melmetal and Mel. And oh yeah, I don't actually have either of those two. Or can I get them because I don't have Go? But I'll let you know later, Tyrion. Because since I probably won't be streaming that game till next week, like next week's Tuesday, since we weren't able to do it today. I'm probably going to go further on my other account. Because I was making sure not to, so we could do it on stream. But at this point, that stream's going to be a while from now. So I'm probably just going to grind on the other one. Because the main reason I wanted to do that is I wanted to have 2 of them set up with Shiny Charm. So I could, like, AFK farm them while doing other things. Let's see. We'll throw that one down. I feel like RuneScape made me addicted to stuff like that. Like AFK farming. Though it's kind of funny because I don't currently play any idle games. Do you guys play any idle games? Because I know that's a pretty popular mobile genre. It's kind of weird because I don't play any idle games currently, though I play a lot of games as if they should be idle games. Like, I find a way to make them into them, if they aren't one already. Unfortunately, Gems of War doesn't have a good way of doing it. The closest they have is autoplay and Explore 12. The problem with that is its resource rate is pretty underwhelming. Like, I never really found it justified to bother doing it. Oh, no. That's not good. We almost just got, what's the term I'm looking for? We almost got Megavord. Oh, I thought that was on the wrong difficulty. Never mind, that's the correct one. Am I allergic to him? I guess he is theoretically a nut, isn't he? He's a metal nut. He's a weird design. Like, when I look at that, I don't think it's a Pokemon. It looks like some kind of abomination. I've noticed that from next-gen Pokemon, too. Like, a lot of them look like they should be Digimons or something. Like, they don't have, like, that Pokemon appearance. October 31st is the 69th day of the new dungeons. So Tuesday, August 23rd was launch day. 45 minutes behind live. Watching at 1.5 speed. Oh, okay. That was a while ago. But, interesting. It would be a funny day. So, confirmed. Halloween, we will get a perfect dungeon. It has been confirmed. You think the autoplay feature is just a checkmark, 505 games made, then put it in? True. Because a lot of mobile like games do have autoplay these days. And they even said during one stream that they have no intention of ever adding autoplay. Which means, yeah, 505 might have made them add autoplay. Because they actually said on one stream before that they have no intentions on adding it. And that wasn't too long ago. That was like less than 2 years ago, I want to say. Or within the last 2 years or so. And then like a year later, they're like, oh, here's autoplay, by the way. Let's go do one more faction. Though we got an Anu there. Let's go for Kazel. Where's all my mana? I need mana. We can't function without the mana. I'll take that one over, take that over so we can take an extra turn into the other poke. Unfortunately, we don't have any to cascade, so we can't take that. Let's try for red off the sky. Actually, I'm going to take it this way. Nice. Oh, wait, that's not enough damage, though. He's not burned. I was just paying attention to us getting a skull, but was not paying attention to trying to kill him. Or, you know, wasn't paying attention to his burn status. Wait, does he have immune to burn? He might actually have immune to burn. That's the only problem with doing 20% chasing. There's actually a good number of the... Gosh, how many troops are there? Almost 1,200 now? That I keep forgetting if they have burn immunity or not sometimes. Yep, you have impervious. The only thing good about that troop. It's kind of funny because back in the day, Dwarven miners, that one 3 mana cost troop, or is it 6 now or 8? Because I think they raised it, but it used to be a 3 mana cost troop that destroys 1 gem. Way back when, and it was really funny. Because it was basically, imagine taking Peasant and then making it actually bad. That's basically what Dwarven Miner was back in the day. It's what people think Peasant is now, is what Dwarven Miner actually was back in the day. Because for 3 mana, it only destroyed a single gem, which means under almost no circumstance would you get value from it. At least Peasant, there's like weird shenanigans you could do with a triple horizontal. But a single destroy, the only time you ever get value from that is if you have a divide kind of like this. Let's say there's one more red right here. Let's say that was a red, that green right there. You'd have red, red, yellow, red, red, and there's no way to go take that yellow swipe. So you could destroy that gem and get all of them connected. Like, that was the only time you could ever get any value from Dwarven Miner back in the day. So it was never used. And then they eventually buffed him. And then he still was never used. But they did give him impervious, if nothing else. As well as the chance of maxing your gold. Though there's way better ways to max gold. Especially with just Leprechaun existing. As well as Greed and any other number of gold farming teams. I do it way better than him. Yeah, there we go. Let's go claim our final chest. Do we have a 2 times or 5 times in there? We do not. Do we have an Isha in there? We do not, but we got an Anu. Nice. Anu, Rainia, Yasmin. Better than the 5 times chest we got earlier. Gosh, we've been getting some really bad luck on 5 times chests lately. Like, we've been getting a handful of them here and there lately. But gosh, has every loot drop we've been getting from them just been the worst. Like, literally 10 guards. Today we got 5 guard, 5 Yasmin. Some of the worst possible drops. But anyways, guys, we'll be wrapping it up for now. I will be taking a few days off from streaming. This will hopefully won't be too long of a delay. I mostly just want to get my internet connection kind of situated. This current stream, we have dropped 53.8% of frames, specifically 66,261 frames. And yeah, I kind of want to get that situated. It's almost guaranteed a service provider issue, as I cannot find anything on my end that is an issue. So I'm going to be walking over there tomorrow, kind of seeing what the deal is, seeing if they're fixing anytime soon, get kind of like a schedule as to like what on earth is going on, and kind of go from there. So who knows, maybe we'll be streaming even earlier than that. I guess next stream will probably be, I want to aim for Friday night, though it might be Saturday night, though I'm going to try to aim for Friday night. We will guarantee have 2 videos up on Friday, one going over the Mythic, the other going over the faction. And if I have time, I'll try to get one more video out between either tomorrow or Thursday as well, going over, I have no clue what, but something. Anyways, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful week. Catch you guys in a couple days or so, whenever we happen to stream again. I'll try to have it up a little bit in advance so you guys know exactly when it will be happening. And I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for stopping by as always, greatly appreciated. And I'll catch you guys soon. Goodbye, everyone, and thanks for watching.